faster than a speeding bullet.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
More powerful than a locomotive.
Hulk! Smash!
Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
There's more to them than meets the eye.
It's Superman!
Hey there, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Chuckles Crypt here on Rhode Island Free Radio. Across the table from me, Mr. Garner.
Good to be here as always.
And why am I so formal in calling you Mr. Garner?
Respect.
You think so?
I can't think of any other reason.
It's gotta be. Maybe
intimidation?
No, you're right. It's the respect thing. I do respect Mr. Garner here because I'll go on record to say you probably know more about the devil down below than I do, and I've met him a couple times.
Yeah, you have died around 4 or 5 times at this point, right?
Yeah, so at that point, I do give you respect for that. Before we get going on the show today, which is a special Planet of the Apes 2-part series, and I'm going to go over the original, which is one of my favorites, and the remakes. Remakes, that's right. Twice this movie has been remade. And on the second occasion, I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it, but we'll get to that part in the next show. But let me go on record as saying I'm sorry out there to the listeners. And I got to apologize to my listeners because Chuckles Crypt has quite a few.
It takes a very big clown to apologize on the air.
I do. And to all the Ninja Turtles fans out there and to Michael Bay, I'm sorry. Your movie was not a piece of crap. I'll go on record as saying that. It was entertaining. I know you won't like it because you're not a CGI fan. April O'Neil could have been played by a better actress. I mean, Megan Fox has played, let's face it, the only thing she'd probably be good at acting in is porn.
Well, as long as her tits don't start to sag, I mean, she should be getting starring roles for years to come.
Right, and making comments about, Spielberg acting like Adolf Hitler. I mean, you're all set, just as long as you don't make comments like that.
That I hadn't heard about.
Yeah, she made a comment about him running a show like Adolf Hitler did, the concentration camps, which is one of the reasons she got kicked off the third Transformers installment.
Okay, basically what I'll roughly translate that for our listeners. What that means, roughly translated, is that Steven Spielberg expected her to show some acting ability after several years in the profession.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you know Spielberg, you know he's Jewish. So to compare him to Adolf Hitler was really That was really a kick in the
I hadn't
ding
thought
ding.
of that one. Good point.
So that made him a little upset. And notice her acting career didn't really do anything until now. So that did hurt her career, making those comments. And it hurt my career, saying the comments I did. And I have to apologize, too, the second time. Nurse Misery and I, this weekend, we just went to see Motley Crue's farewell tour with Alice Cooper. And I'm biased, but I'm going to go on record and say this. Although Alice Cooper opened up, he smoked the hell out of Motley Crue. And that was their farewell tour. And
Or as I would like to call it, the Good Riddance Tour.
right.
I have never been a Motley Crue fan, and it comes as no surprise to me whatsoever that Alice Cooper would embarrass Motley Crue on their own double bill.
I don't think he embarrassed him. The sound guy did. Did you hear about that? The sound guy was messing up Vince Neil's mic. Here's these guys' farewell tour.
You think maybe it was deliberate?
It might have been. It might have been that the guy wasn't a Motley Crue fan either. I think maybe you. Are you listening to this, Vince Neil? I think Mr. Garner might have been involved in this sabotage of your farewell tour. So you might want to check the next sound guy.
No, that is not the case. I categorically deny it because the very fact of it being a farewell tour, I would not interfere. Now, if they had said it was one of 10 more tours, the first of many, then I probably would have been moved to take drastic action.
All right. Well,
but no, as long as it's the farewell, get lost, never have to see you again tour, then no, I'm willing to let them run their streak. Go ahead.
So you're saying you had nothing to do with this?
I had nothing to do with it. Probably, if anything had anything to do with it, it was karma.
All right, Vince Neil, look into Al-Qaeda. They might have had something to do with this. It's quite the possibility. I just stirred up this. Maybe
I think the only thing that I'll go on record as saying the only thing that had anything to do with this was Motley Crue being a third-rate Kiss for all these years, and the bad karma of doing that has finally caught up with them.
Man, I can't compare anybody to Kiss. I just can't. On that, we're going to go to one of my favorite bands, and he became a real legend in the movie industry, in the cartoon industry. We're going to go to Oingo Boingo here on Rhode Island Free Radio. Just Another Day.
There's life underground. Trust my ears, I don't believe my eyes. It's just another day. 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 When people wake from dreams, the voice in their ears, that will not go away.
Welcome back to Chuckles Crypt, and that was Oingo Boingo. You know him. I know him. It's Danny Elfman, the lead singer of that. Would go on to do great things, making music for one of my favorite movies, The Nightmare Before Christmas, orchestrating the soundtrack to The Simpsons, and many, many other popular movies and television shows. We're going to have to do, I think, somewhere in the future of the Chuckles Crypt, a special for Mr. Danny Elfman.
Sounds like a good idea to me. You know, Chuckles, not to interrupt you or anything, but it might also be a good idea to remind you about the subject of this week's show at this point.
Apes.
Because we haven't yet got around to it.
We're getting right there. I know you're impatient and your medication hasn't kicked in, but trust me, George, we're going to get there.
I mean, Charlton Heston at the Statue of Liberty. Come on, we have to talk about this.
Here we go. We're going into the Planet of the Apes, and you just touched on a very sore subject of mine. Charlton Heston is always put up in front, and he's given the credit and the glory for being the number one actor in that. Now,
well, who else gets to say, "Take your paws off me, you damn dirty apes"?
That's true, but correct me if I'm wrong. He was only in probably about 1 1/4. He was in the first one, and then he was in a little flashback in the second one.
Oh, I thought we were talking about exclusively the first.
Oh, no, we're talking
film.
about the full series.
Oh, the whole 5.
The whole, which I enjoyed every one of those, including the television show. Not too many people remember that. I enjoyed the whole thing. And it's always Charlton Heston gets the credit for that.
Well, that's the reason, only because he had the 2 most memorable lines in the whole series.
Right. Poor Roddy McDowell, though, sets back in his shadow. And if it wasn't for Roddy McDowell, you would not have Planet of the Apes. He was that constant in all of them up until the remakes. So I give credit to him. I'm going to go on record and say, screw Charlton, or screw him. I don't care.
Chuckles the Klown, between this and the next show, will be torn apart by the rifle fire of the NRA. Everyone in the studio is ducking.
That might be. That might be the possibility. But I'm going to say he gets more of the credit, and he did have the popular line, but he gets more of the credit than the rest of the crew does.
Okay, well, as long as we're mentioning unsung heroes of the Planet of the Apes, how about if we mention Maurice Evans, who played Dr. Zaius in the first 2 films?
Yeah. How about the fact that this actually originates from a book in France, which I did not know, and I'm not going to butcher the name of it.
I do know that, and I did know that, but I wasn't about to be the person to try to pronounce the name.
Yeah, it's La Plante des Singes. I think that's what it's called. I'm going to go on record. I can't speak French.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of Massacre in the Name of the Author.
Well,
Pierre, I got that part.
Pierre Boulle. That's what it's.
Boulet.
Boulet, yeah, there we go. Pierre
We'll go with Boulet.
I liked that. That sounds like a good one. But I'm going to go on record again and say I enjoyed them all. The first one was my favorite, but I enjoyed every one of the Planet Apes.
I agree with you.
1 through the remakes, and I
stopped short at the remakes.
See, that's where we differ. Everybody gets a little upset about the remakes, and that'll be in the second part. It was also a comic book, and I bring that up because it's Chuckles Comic Crypt here, and we'll get to that part in the next segue. But to go into one of my favorite artists and yours, and to show you why this man drowned out Motley Crue, here on Rhode Island Free Radio, Alice Cooper's Thrill My Gorilla.
That's how we used to squeal. Thrill my gorilla, thrill my gorilla. Where were you when the monkey hit the fan? Thrill my gorilla. Where were you when monkey took the man? Would you ride there with me? Thrill my gorilla. When the monkey hit the fan. Thrill my gorilla. Where were you when monkey took the man? Would you ride there with me? Thrill my gorilla. When the monkey hit the fan. Thrill my gorilla.
Welcome back from that, and that was Alice Cooper's Thrill My Gorilla here on Rhode Island Free Radio. You are listening to Chuckles Crypt, and again, across from me, Mr. Garner. And we're talking about the Planet of the Apes. Now, I did say I was going to talk a little bit about the comics, and they were put out by quite a few companies. Gold Key, Marvel, Malibu Comics, and Dark Horse. And the Dark Horse ones I'll wait until the second segue, because those kind of tied into Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes.
Gold Key, though, that's the series I don't remember.
The Gold Key ones, I, to be honest, can say I've never read them. I've never read the Malibu ones either. I've always found the Marvel ones, and I've always found them in the dollar bins. And that's
Which is where they belong.
Yeah, I mean, they were good, but they weren't the movie good. They couldn't keep your attention. Like, I tried reading them, and I'll go on record to say they're boring.
Yeah, I mean, I distinctly got the impression, and it's not always the case with Marvel. You know, I mean, Marvel is good at, even when it's an unlikely subject or an unlikely character, they usually do a good job. But no, I mean, that was out there just because they were supposed to.
Right. They're trying to get on the money train, keep the Planet of the Apes rolling, and take a little bit piece of that pie.
Now, was the Marvel comic, was that shortly after the film series, or was that out, like, concurrently with the TV series later?
Okay, so you're going to make me think about this. And was it Planet of the Apes came out early 70s?
Yeah, beginning 70s.
Right.
If not the late 60s.
But yeah, so it had to be late 60s because Beneath the Planet of the Apes came out in 1970.
Okay, which is the second.
Right.
And I think the last one, which was Battle for the Planet of the Apes, came in like 75.
1973 was Battle for the Apes. And then there was two short-lived television series for the Planet of the Apes in 1974.
Okay.
The Golden Key comics came out in 1970. So yes, I would have to say those came out around the same time. And the Marvel comics started coming out in 1974 to 77. So
which would have been the TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, they did hang on to the television show with the comics, which is what I think they're trying to wash in. It really never caught with the kids. And I hate to say this, the toy line never caught. The books never caught.
I had the toy line. I had the action figures. Those are pretty awesome.
They were, but it didn't catch enough in popularity. One of the reasons I'm going to say, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing that could come out and compete with that.
Well, if it'll make any difference to the people who originated those really cool Planet of the Apes action figures, for years after the Planet of the Apes, I was using my apes gun butts to smash the heads in of Star Wars action figures.
There you go.
So, I mean, I always found the ape action figures superior.
See, I never was able to afford those because when I was born, Mr. Garner, those were collector's items.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to afford those. I'm sorry about that little twist there, but...
Hey, listen, the only thing to be said about being a little bit older than you, a little bit, is that I was around for a lot of stuff that you weren't. And this was one... By the way, my parents couldn't afford the Planet of the Apes stuff either. But
so you stole them?
No, it wasn't. They couldn't afford it, but they got them anyway for me because I set up such a... Let's just say I wouldn't take no for an answer.
Ah, so you held them ransom.
I mean, I would not give peace to my household until I got the Planet of the Apes treehouse.
You heard this, fans. I, deep down inside, think you might be in line with these terrorist units. You keep saying you're not, but you're holding...
I'm not above their tactics.
You're holding your family ransom for freaking toys. I mean, come on. That's the ultimate in nerdom, fans. That is the ultimate geekdom right there. I have to bow down to you, Mr. Garner.
I did not say that I held them hostage. I did not use physical force. I did not use... Well, maybe I did use coercion, right? Because I just fussed and asked and asked and asked and asked until I got the stuff. So maybe that's... What's the definition of coercion, Tony Jones? You're the politician. Am I using that word correctly? He won't say anything. He's already being political.
He doesn't want to be part of or be known to be part of this show because that will definitely hurt him bad in the ratings.
Well, yes, especially if he finds out that I'm using terrorist tactics to get my choice of toys.
Right. So,
which could continue to this day. I mean,
speaking about terrorist tactics, the humans and the apes also use terrorist tactics.
Beautiful segue, by the way, Chuckles.
The Planet of the Apes. I had to get away from that. It was getting too deep. One of my favorite Planet of the Apes is the last one.
Battle.
When they're in the city and everything, and they're going back and forth, and I believe that's the one where the baby ape goes over the boat.
No, you're talking about the remake, aren't you?
No, I think the last ape movie of the original series is Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and that's when the last of the humans come out of the city and they attack the ape village. There is one where they go into present time or travel back in time.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so excuse me.
That was the third one.
Escape would be my favorite. And they go back, and the apes are first starting off in the cage and everything, and they're throwing a baby monkey over the side of the boat. And I don't know if they ever really threw the baby monkey over the side of the boat. But
no, I think they threw an actor dressed as a baby monkey. They probably threw a human baby dressed as a baby monkey over the side of the boat.
Why not? We don't want to endanger the monkeys. The babies are fine. We can make more of those. Monkeys are fragile.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was speaking of Roddy McDowall. That was Roddy McDowall's last role as Cornelius. Because that's when Cornelius was killed.
And that was sad days. It really was.
It was. Like, I don't usually watch that one. I usually go right from Beneath the Planet of the Apes to Conquest when he's back as Caesar.
Mr. Garner, we're going to go into a band that also started off on TV and would later on, after the TV career was done, they were done. One of my favorites, we're going to go in here, Rhode Island Free Radio, is going to be playing the Monkees theme song. If you guys haven't gotten the theme already, this is all about monkeys and apes today. You got it?
Two-legged furry things.
There you go. So we're going to the Monkees theme song. And get up and dance with your friends in the room. Or, do what you got to do. We're not watching.
Go away.
Here on Chuckles Crypt. Go away.
Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the monkeys. And people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We go where we want to, do what we like to do. We don't have time to get restless, there's always something new. Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly. Come and watch us sing and play. We're the young generation, and we've got something to say. Anytime or anywhere, just look over your shoulder. Guess who'll be standing there? Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. One time. And people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly. Come and watch us sing and play. We're the young generation, and we've got something to say.
Only here on Chuckles Crypt will you hear the Monkees theme music. I like to have the original, the strange music, not the same old same that you hear on the rest of the stations. And stay tuned in to Chuckles Crypt for the second part of the Planet of the Apes, where we're going to go to the newer series, which Mr. Garner's already throwing a fit thinking about this. I see you turning red over there.
But I will, all right, tell you what, just in the interest of fairness, I will come up with at least a couple of things I like about the new series.
Thank you. I would appreciate that. And just like I appreciate being on your show, The Haunted Cabaret, and hearing your theories about Godzilla trash in Russia.
No, first, you got it wrong, but I'm not even going to try to straighten you out at this point.
No, because we don't have enough time.
No.
And we're going to wrap up today's show on Chuckles Crypt with Red Hot Chili Peppers here on Rhode Island Free Radio. Give it away. That's right. We give it away for free.